We are going to be ready today for Hope 2's landing. We got everything we need right here in this building, and this building will be completed before they get here. The Farhad control tower is something that our rover drone was on its way to. It says, in the middle of the barren landscape stands a lone control tower. There are no obvious signs of damage, and the structure seems to have been abandoned for some time. There are no people or the usual rover in sight. Emergency boxes are empty, and only interesting thing in the is the information from the control computers. According to it, a supply convoy was supposed to pass nearby, but never reached its destination. You have been credited a bunch of science for 30 days. 200 for 30 days is great. So we're definitely going to make some progress there. If something was supposed to be there nearby, but it never arrived, then perhaps we can find it on the scanners. Maybe. Let's check out and see what we got. There we go. Let's move in this general direction over here, shall we? We'll give that a look. Welcome back to the Crust. Hope we're having a great day. I think what we're going to do here first is I got a lot of this regolith left in where we're processing titanium, and I'm still trying to decide where I want to process titanium. I'm actually leaning towards having it be right here, if I'm being honest. I'm leaning towards it being right here. Over here near iron, but not right on iron, right? So I'm going to have the drillers start cutting this away. They have basically made it over here already, which is great. They don't need to continue on this direction, but we have access to the aluminum now, which is perfect. So I can pull them off of this job and get them over and clearing this. Because I think I'm going to take titanium from here and bring it over into this area. So we'll end up having iron predominantly right here. And you know what? This is getting kind of full. So here's what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to take and not this, smelting furnace. Here we go. I'm going to put one right here. I think this will be all right. We're going to put one right here and another one right here. And then we're going to hook this up like so. And like so, and then we'll have that upgraded when we build it. And then we need this to go that way, underneath, like so. Yep. And then it'll come out this side. And I think maybe I want to have enough room for another one. Right there. I'm not going to build it yet, but I want to have enough room for it. So let's have this belt go right alongside here. And honestly, at this point, I don't know whether that's going to stay. So how about we just do that? Because this might leave, but we'll have the belt go like that instead. All right, that seems good. We'll pull that away for now. And then this needs connected. We'll take the power and go... man, right here would be cool, isn't it? Because then it's further over this direction. Yeah, I think right there. I don't think I'm going to have anything running alongside this like that, so yeah, we'll put it right there instead. And then this will connect here and here. Cool. Let's have that be prioritized, as well as these two things here. I want to get steel going a little bit faster for sure, but then we'll take the titanium and we'll bring that across here under, and then it'll get processed over on this side. And then all the titanium oxide that we end up processing into titanium, we can have storage over here, but it can then get funneled this direction. It's easier to just route a belt than it is to move machines and whole infrastructure. So what I'm looking to do is, it's more expensive than I usually do, but I think this is something that a lot of factory game players do more often, is that they have things kind of spread out in their own little very compact sections, and then you take the resources and you spend the extra money to belt it over somewhere else. You don't have everything super compact like I normally do. So I'm trying that out. You might notice, maybe if you've been around this channel for a while and how I build things, you might notice that I'm, I don't know, maybe a little bit more spread out than I normally would be. Like planning these long belts and stuff, right? Trying out something new, all right? For me anyway, I'm trying something else. We're gonna have a lot of concrete. Oh, the one thing I wanted to do, right? So this thing has a lot of regolith in it. But this belt's going the wrong way. So if I can just... I wish I could just switch the belt's direction, but there doesn't seem to be a way to do that. If there is, it's hidden. And I don't know, it's like a hidden thing. Control, I don't know how. So I guess if you know how, I'll read your comments like a week from now when I start posting these. I'll read your comment and make an adjustment there. But for now, I'm just going to delete it and remake it, which is, obviously has a cost, but it is what it is. All right, and then when this is done, we're going to have the belt probably end up going about like this. I think it's going to go from here. So we're going to say the belt goes like this, connects like that, and then I'm going to have this. Yeah, I'm going to have this thing here go like that and there, like so. So essentially the supply from this one will end up going both directions, getting equally split. And then that's also going to be the case for resources that are over here. Another titanium over here, another iron over here, anything else we find on this side. We can have everything go into a belt that comes out this way. And that belt leads into the main loop that ultimately brings stuff over to get processed over here. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So now we got everything processing here a little bit faster. That's nice. We should have more iron coming in. That's going to be great. This is getting dug out so that we could have more titanium processing. In the meantime, though, I feel like I probably should get titanium, processing. So why don't I take a look at this? So you're going to come straight out this way. I think I'm going to have the titanium regolith kind of just hang out here. Let me make sure that this can actually go under a long enough distance. So I don't know if it can. I feel like this might be too long. Yeah, just a little bit too long. Now, one of the things that happens when you upgrade these underground belts is they actually get extended in how far they can go. Not just the speed, but you can also go further underground with them. I don't have that at the moment. So I'm going to play with what I have. I could have done it if I hadn't done this. The plan was to do this, and then I thought about this on the fly. What I'll do instead is we'll go like this. It's not as clean, I admit, but whoops. No, not that bad. It's not as clean, but it'll work. So this is 1,200. This is 4,200. How much would it cost for me just to... If I go 1,200 here and then go another 750 here, that's way cheaper, right? Yeah, I think that's way cheaper. And this is kind of a temporary thing, I think. So when I get upgraded, when these things get upgraded, then I'll change how I'm doing it. But right now, I just want to get that titanium out over there. So I'm going to go like this and down. Like that. Because titanium's starting to build up. And I need that to not build up anymore. So now both of these machines can zip it, send it this way. Let's go ahead and upgrade that too, just so it flows nicely this direction and into this storage, which is going to be titanium oxide. Okay. So now we can at least process that a little bit. And this is processing faster because both of these machines are actually capable of reaching this. So when this is gone, I'm going to delete this and then connect these belts. And everything should flow from there, I hope. What are you waiting for? Microprocessors. Yeah, microprocessors, which requires me to process the rare earth metals to start making. So I don't want to take up the drone's time building until this room is complete. So just going to wait. But I think this fundamental science lab is going to go here. So I could tear that down now. I'm pretty sure the medical lab is going to move over here too. So I'm gonna tear both of these down now. I just want to make sure that I'm not giving up. I think I'm probably going to end up not being able to build this now because of the microprocessor. So, well, I can always buy it. It's fine. Because what I think they're going to do is take the microprocessor from this and chuck it into this machine, and then we'll have more concrete, which is, ultimately what I wanted too. But yeah. I don't need more silicon, or do I now? Do I need more? I'm at 16 only? Ooh, hey. Okay. I know this isn't This isn't final. And it's also going to cost me all the rest of my money. I need to sell something. Yes, I need to sell something. Indeed. Okay. Let's sell something. Let's go to the contracts window here. So I don't have any microprocessors. Can't do that. I do have this. I got 57 of these. It's a very small contract, but until you kind of build up a reputation with everybody, they kind of just have small deals for you anyway. Malachite's pretty cool. I'm going to have aluminum very shortly, so that's going to allow me to start making my own fuel. I'm loving that. Igea, I don't have that anymore. I guess that's the only contract I really have at the moment. I don't have enough plates for this one, but it'd be really nice if I did. And that's what I have right now. So let's just do the one I have. 28,680. Let me just evaluate this a little for a second. So 16 components sold on the open market gets me, I mean, I guess it gives me 14. So it's still better than the open market, but it's after I get the cost, like after the cost associated with bringing the thing down, it's not much more profit. I guess it's really just about reputation at this point. So fine, we'll go ahead and send these resources in a cheap pod. See if we can make that happen. I'm gonna take, I think, one of these guys away here just so I have a bit more builders. And they still haven't brought the microprocessors here. And you might be wondering why there's no lights on in this place, why it seems like everything is kind of dead. It's because the building is under construction right here. It's because of this. But I would have thought that it would be on in these three rooms and just not on here. So it's a little, I feel like it's a little weird that the power is seemingly off in these three rooms. It isn't. I mean, these things are still producing. There's still electricity here. Right? This is still happening. But it's just the lights turn off. So I found that to be a little interesting. Okay, let's get... it's not the end result for these machines. I really want to just move them. Can I just move them? Yeah, why don't we just move them now? There's nothing in them. There's nothing in them. Let's move them now. I want to move them back. We'll leave that... Well, I'm going to leave that belt, but whatever. Yeah, we'll leave that belt. We'll move these things back. We can get rid of that now. We can get rid of that now. We can get rid of that now. And I think what we'll do is let's move the silicon processing. I think I want to move it back here. No. This is my big factory. No. So the silicon process, I want to move it as far back over here as I can though. Because I want more room for final products and final assembly, like the big high-tech assemblers and all that stuff. I want that stuff closer to the elevator. So the machines that make the thing don't need to be close to this. Like these can back up. Just the final delivery stuff should be around here so that the drones can get it really quickly and move it up. Okay, so all that's broken down. Now I should be able to bring the smelting furnaces back. Let's bring them not super close to the belt. I might need something else to run along this side. So why don't we put you... Let's say here, 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 and here. We'll start with 4 for now. And then this can go... Well, if I'm gonna leave space for more, right? Let's leave space for more. I'm probably gonna need it. I'm trying not to do things super compact again, right? It's never gonna happen. I'm always gonna be a compact dude. Now I feel like I really want it over here. Maybe my big factory can just be out the back side of here. I can use all of this instead, and then just not use this little area. I'd really like to have a nice big row of these processors. Man, it's a tough call. For me, it is anyway. I'm indecisive right now on that because I really wanted my big carbon fiber factory to be right here, but I can move it back here. Like that factory can exist further back. It doesn't need to be this close. It can be over here because there's plenty of space and there's nothing here. We found nothing here after scanning all the time. We found nothing over here. So I'm gonna scan some more. is it almost daytime? Okay, 1 day. We got 6 days worth of power left. I need to move this thing. I'm going to do one quick, like, confirm that it's empty scan. And then I'll just, you know, do the thing. So let's get you as far over here as I can go, but I don't want to block the port. So I think the port is on that side. Okay, so this wire can be right here. Yeah, so that's not going to be in the way. And then you need to be just in the back on that side. I just want to make sure you're not going to be in the way of anything. That's the problem, is no matter where I put this, it's going to potentially be in the way of something. So I may have to move this one later, but I want to get it closer to that edge so that I can scan. So I'm going to put it there. Yep, and then we'll go ahead and prioritize that one and that one to be constructed. And then we're going to take that ore, that stupid ore detector. We're going to put it over here now so that I can scan one more time over here just to make sure there's nothing. The last thing I want to do is set up a big old base, a big old room, and then be like, oh, there's aluminum here underneath my building now. I don't want that to be a thing. So I'm just going to really check. We're going to spend a lot of power today triple checking this area so I know where things are. Okay. We still don't have any microprocessors, but I could buy it and then just... The thing is, like, concrete's being made okay at a good pace right now, so I don't really necessarily need that machine operational. This I want operational right now, and I need microprocessors for that too, or microchips for that too. Okay, maybe we'll look at that now. You're done, yeah? You're done. Let's pack this up. Pack this up. Keep that. Keep that. And then take this belt and go like... Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. All right, you silly thing. You got me to redo the whole belt. You happy? And then upgrade that. Okay, now the supply from this goes that way. Everything is gonna flow, I think, here. Upgrade that junction. Upgrade that junction. And might need to... This looks like it doesn't need upgraded right now, but once this aluminum starts coming down here, this upgrade's going to be a good thing. Okay, so maybe we'll do that now. Let's see. So we go with the rare elements processor. Where do we want to make our microchips? We're going to need silicon for this, right? That's not the right machine to check that with. It's this one here. Microcircuits is made with silicon and rare earths. So wherever this is, over here in this area is where our rare earths should be, or at least in this general vicinity. Maybe I could actually process it over here. That's not too bad. We just have to make sure that slag can get over here too. Slag's got to get into this system for concrete. So this is not a bad spot for it, actually. This is where the other ice machine goes, right? I don't want to go on that side. It's the other side that I got to go with. Where is it? I can never find it. Right here. Right here, yes. Not that side. So we could put the rare earths processing right here. That wouldn't be such a bad deal. And on top of that, you know, if I wanted to, I could actually just make it match up with the slag. This is a slag output anyway, so we could just have more slag coming out this way. So if I put you here and here, this just allows the slag to move out. And then all I need is the rare earths. I mean, I ideally would love it to go that direction, so... Yeah, maybe it don't need to have the go throughput like that. Maybe it doesn't have to be quite so clean like that. It could be... Because the output direction kind of matters to me a little bit. So if I maybe went like this instead. Yeah, right here. Or here. And then the other machine would be here. So it kind of hugs that pole. I kind of dig that. Yeah, so I would go here and here with it. And then the input, all the rare earths that we're digging up would need to go into a, you know, storage or whatever. So we could have it be on the side. We could maybe put it right over by the belt. Leave a little bit of space in case I want another belt to run alongside, but we could do something like this. Yeah, and then this belt goes this direction into here. Okay, come on now. Oh, did I flip this over? No, this is correct. Yeah. Everything's correct. Okay, that's how we're going to play this. So we'll start with one, and when I want another one, it'll go on the left side. Okay, build that. This is going to be where rare earths are, and this is going to be where we process them. And then the rare earths that we process can then skip over here and, or maybe even just go this way directly, and they would end up being right next to the silicon, and we process and make microchips right here. I like that. Let's tear these down. I've decided they don't belong here. They're going to be in my way. So tear those down too. And I mean, eventually we're going to have larger storage. I just don't have that unlocked yet. So let's say that our silicon goes... I want to have another one. I want to have at least one more here. Probably two. Honestly, probably two more. Like, we're going to have a lot of it. So it's going to have to be like this. So if that's the case, then the belt comes from here and starts working its way all the way down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 will be there. And then we fully upgrade these. If we ever need additional processing, we can always route it somewhere else and have it processed somewhere else. Like, for example, perhaps we want to just have silicon instead of having all the silicon supply, you know, go towards microchips. But I think microcircuits is kind of where I want to be here for the most part. So if that's where that is, then we would take our storage, and I think we'd be all right with having our storage maybe, let's just put it directly ahead of this. So we could put it out here, right here. Am I going to have more? I'm going to have more smart concrete too. One more smart concrete is going to be here, and one more was supposed to be here. So with that done, this starts to get a little bit in the way. It's a little bit crowded here, but I just got to make sure that my storage is not in the way. So one more smart concrete factory going here, possibly here. So where is our... I guess our storage could be on this side then. Yeah, this probably makes more sense to have the storage over here then. So let's put the storage for our silicon. How about right here? No, it needs to be one more over, up like this. Yep, one more there, because the pole's in the way otherwise. So now we have this silicate, which can then go underneath and around. And then this would end up going close at first and then having to come out like that. So there's going to be a little bit of spaghettification in that, but it's only because the slag has to reach this port and this needs to reach that port. And so the only way for me to do that is to hug this edge with both of these belts and zigzag them with this until this belt ends up here into there. So that opens up that gap. All right, I like that. I think that's a good play. So let's route this. And honestly, I probably need the smart concrete at this point, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just take a screenshot of this so I have it in my... There we go. Now I'll remember how it works. Okay. We'll take this belt away, at least up to this point. And then we'll have this belt go up, over, and then connect here. With you coming over and connecting, and then you connecting, and then you connecting. All right, all of that's done. All of this is going to be done. Let's go ahead and build all the belts for that, and then you can delete those plans for now. We don't need these machines just yet. We could probably get away with this one being built, but
Director, we have detected an object approaching the surface of the moon.
Okay, that's Hope 2. We can pause for a second because I can now build this. It's right here. So we're going to take our fundamental science lab. That's going to be over here. Yep, it's going to be right there. Our medical block was supposed to be there. I believe. And then I wanted to evaluate the position of the other science area, the engineering lab. It cannot fit here, and it cannot fit here. Okay, I want it to fit in this room. So we're going to change the medical block. The engineering lab can go here now. This gives me the engineering research too. And then the medical block can go over here. Can't go against the door directly, but I can move the door, which is what I was hoping to do, is move the door. Yeah. We're going to shift that door. Even move that door even, but we're going to shift this door over into the center. But if I do that, I can't have all the beds super in line. Maybe it's better to move this door. I think I'll move this door. So we'll have the door there. And then I want to have this door not here. Can I take that away, or is that not possible? Oh, I think it's dismantle. I think that needs to happen. Yeah. And if I move that door, then I put the medical block right here. Okay, man. Here we go.
Yes, we're receiving a message on the emergency channel. Putting it on the screen.
Okay, so I don't know if the timer's already started or if it starts when I click this, but I want to make sure everything is good here. Let me check the journal really quick. Rescue operation. It doesn't have a timer on it right now, so I think it doesn't start until I click this message. I'm going to kind of game that out just a little bit. We're going to go bed, and we don't need the bed right now. What I need are these things to be built. So build these two things. This is what they really want me to have. And then the door gets built too. I can't prioritize that, but it's fine. And then we need to send the rover over wherever they are. So wherever they are, that's where the rover needs to go right now. So let's see.
We're out of time, Director. The station is falling apart before our eyes. Thanks to the components you provided, we've repaired the second escape pod. Part of the crew is on their way to the moon, while the rest will be departing shortly. You'll have to retrieve people from 2 locations within an extremely short period of time. Their oxygen is almost depleted. I'm redirecting energy to the maneuvering thrusters to soften the impact. May God help us.
Okay, we'll try. I only have 1 truck, but we'll try.
The emergency beacon is fuzzy, so we only know the approximate position of the escape pod. It'll take months to survey the entire area. Ratchet, can we do something to speed this up?
Our rover is equipped with the LPS, Lunar Proximity Scanner. It can detect even the weakest signals on the surface. Director, send the rover to the landing area, and we'll find them in no time.
If we want to find the crew alive,
where is it?
We must immediately send the rover to search.
Where is
Estimates
it?
of the oxygen levels in the capsule are bleak. I've added a timer to your interface, Director.
Yeah? I'm looking for... That's the unidentified vehicle. I'm looking for landing site. Maybe it doesn't show up on the map until the dialogue is over. I guess that would kind of make sense. All right, so where is the landing site? Where is the landing site? I don't see a question mark. I don't see an exclamation point. I got nothing. Urgent repair. Towards the stars. Maybe it's not on the map. I mean, that makes things incredibly difficult, right? If they're not going to tell me even though you got to tell me at least a little bit about where they went. Technical upgrade. Fraction of hope. That's not it. That's the other thing we saw earlier. I mean, it can't be on the dark side over here, right? It's got to be somewhat close by. It's going to be near our base somewhere. I'm trying to remember where it was in the demo when we played earlier, and I feel like it was over in this area. But I have no idea. I mean, there's something over here, but is that it? That's really far away, but I mean, maybe. I don't want to send the truck in the wrong direction, right? I want to know exactly where they are. So it says, locate the escape pod, scan the area with the rover to find the station crew. The area, it just says. Like, what area? Towards the stars. Emergency beacon, is that it? Escape pod from Ho2 state. Okay, so it's this. Oh my god, we're so far away. It doesn't matter. The truck can start moving that direction. Okay. And the truck can start moving that direction. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. As long as we find them in time and the truck can do the thing that it's going to do. Okay. Okay, you are going to be silicon. That is what you're going to do. And then we're going to have... We need power hooked up to these things. So I'm going to have, I think, you to be one of these. And then you are going to be the other three. 1, 2, 3. Silicon is being processed. In the meantime, this door is moved, hopefully. They're not even trying to move this right now. I can't prioritize this stuff. It just doesn't let me do it. So they'll build these. It's the titanium plate is the only thing we're waiting on. I might have to buy some of these things. I have $16,000. It's not a lot of cash. Are there any contracts we could do while we're here? Still, the aluminum is not built. The aluminum extraction is not built. I think it's got something to do with the microchips and stuff. I probably have to buy these things. Microcircuits. Construction boom would be... This would be nice, wouldn't it? 98,000 would be really nice to have. How much does it cost me for 100 titanium plate on the market? It's going to cost me 30... I mean, I don't have the money. That's the thing. I don't have enough money to do that. I have to sell something without a contract. It's the only way. So these titanium plate, rare earth elements, maybe I sell the rare earths. It means I can't make the microcircuits right away, which is the problem. So no. Smart concrete and steel are too valuable to me while I'm expanding rapidly. Components is probably where I should go. I have 23 modular frames as well. The price is kind of stable, but it's a little bit elevated. So I could sell maybe a couple of these modular frames. I'll probably need them later, but it gets me money now. And then the components, we can put it, let's say 20 into the pod here. It's going to profit $44,000. That should get me enough to purchase what I need, which is microcircuits. I need them badly. So we'll sell this, and then we're going to buy the microcircuits. And they're 2,200 a piece, 2,300 a piece. So we're going to spend the remainder of our cash, which is $11,000. We're going to get 4 microcircuits with this. God, that's so low. But I need it in order to build things. So we're going to get those too. That sucks. Okay. Silicon being made, silicon being made, silicon being made, and silicon being made. There you go. Now you can start making things. And then whenever we get around to it, you know, we should build this too. Ironically, I need the silicon in order to make the storage for the silicon. The good news is once it gets on the belt, I can just eject it while it's sitting on the belt. So it's not a huge deal there too. Fundamental science lab is done. They're going to get 10 microcircuits for this. Let's put a pin in that one, yeah? 10 microcircuits is not going to happen right now for the engineering lab. No. All right, where's Hope 2? So we're on our way over there. We don't have a lot of time left. It's only 22 days, but I think we can get there in time. And the truck's already on its way out that way too, so when we do find them, the truck will pick them up right away. Microcircuits factory is done on research. We can now build that. I think the programmable splitter will be really cool to have. I also think the large storage is great to have. I do want the preventative AI diagnostics. So we'll put the storage. Wow, what? Why is orange science going here? That doesn't make any sense.
Research complete.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this will be after the radioisotope thermoelectric generator. And we'll start large storage right now. And then modular terminals is great for trade. This is a good one to have for trade. So I kind of want to put that on the schedule as well. Okay, 21 days until they're dead. But you know, it is what it is. We got $50,000 for that contract. I can drop this down now. That's the 4 microcircuits, which I paid way too much for, but I have it now so we can build these pending things that are just waiting. This door just got built, but it didn't take this door away. I wanted them to take that door away, and it doesn't look like there's like a way to do that. Dismantle didn't work. Oh, I just have to double click it. That's why. Okay, so they'll dismantle that, which of course invalidates the room for some reason. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And then now we just put a, nope, we just put a wall there instead. So standard wall goes here. Yep, like that. And with that done, I can then put my medical block back. Yeah, so medical block can now go back and go here because they're going to be wounded. So we need to, you know, help them out with that. That's the microprocessors, the microcircuits that I need. Yeah, not processors, circuits. The microprocessors are a thing too, aren't they? So I got to make sure I'm not saying that. The circuits and the processors, different things. Okay, there we go. Words are hard, man. The ore detector can be built. I'm just waiting for it to actually happen, and I probably need to speed this belt up to push it through to keep smart concrete running. But now that we're sending extra this direction to make more silicon, yeah, now it's not too many. I like that. We're processing this really well. Still putting all the titanium in storage. We are over half full there. We got a lot of stuff here though, which is cool. And then this needs power to start operating. So we'll go ahead and connect this to power. This was supposed to connect the other. Yeah, it's supposed to connect the other ice machine. If I put this right behind the ice machine though, that's probably fine. I'll put that there. And then just have you connect to this instead. All right, so we'll build that. Should be any second now. And then we'll begin to process the rare earth stuff. We'll be there. Okay. Where are these guys at? Are we over there now? Okay, we're over here now. So let's see where they might be. Which direction are they? Okay, they're that way. Do I go specifically to this marker? I think I have to investigate the marker. Stop it. Maybe that is all. Maybe that's what that is. I can't get it to investigate the marker. Investigate marker. It won't do it. Okay, we're just gonna go this way to try to find them. Truck's gonna move with us. Let's go. It's almost nighttime. That's gonna really suck if night happens because I won't have enough time to find them. So I need to get these guys before night. Come on, where are they? Over here, just a little bit more. See if we can locate them here. They're right there. Move there. Truck, move there. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them. All right, real quick check on the base. I don't want to like get to the point where I'm like, neglecting everything and there's something missing. So 4 to 5 drillers. I don't think I need so many drillers anymore. Let's see. At the moment, I don't think we need so many drillers. Obviously, there's a lot to drill out. I'm still mining everything out. We have a lot more rare stuff we can get here. We can open this up too. Open this up. We can get to this titanium source. At some point, we're going to want to do that. And I think this titanium source, I probably send it directly to the belt here. Probably. We're always going to choose the closest path to the main belt. think that's a wise decision. Okay. We're processing everything we need to be. Here's this. We're 100% on power and we're still generating. So far nothing. I've checked this a couple times already, so just doing my due diligence here. Making sure I'm not going to get into anything. Okay, there's some iron way back there. That's fine. How about over here? There's a little bit of titanium here. Okay. We're finding things. We're not finding is more aluminum. Okay, one more time in a closer, wider cone right here. Okay, there's iron right there. That's it. So my zone for this factory could be right here, and there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. I like the pending jobs that we already have for clearing it out, so that's fine. Let's go with less diggers. I don't need a whole lot of digging to happen right now, and we can have more people doing all the logistic stuff that's necessary. All right. Where are these guys? They're right there. Escape
Great.
pod investigate.
We know the exact location of the escape pod. Now send them a cargo truck.
Okay, cargo truck. You're going to go here too. Set up an expedition. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. Oh, good. I thought there was only 4. And 4 of them are engineers, which is fantastic. 1 medic and 1 scientist. They're also picking up more microcircuits, which is so good. 350 food is great. 200 carbon fiber is going to be great too. I mean, the 200 carbon fiber, I mean, that's like all of this that we're getting is worth way more than 100,000 credits. Okay. Like just the people alone are worth more than 100,000 credits. So this is definitely better. So we'll go ahead and send this to pick up all this stuff and all the people. And we'll cram you all in that truck and bring you back to base. We got him.
What a relief to be back on the surface. Our colleagues have gone in the second capsule. They're wounded and their oxygen supply is running low. Find them before it's too late, please.
Oh, crap.
We made it.
Oh, wait, hold on. Now, is there an icon I could go towards? Wreckage, distress call. Is that it? The distress call? Is that it?
Landing.
Navigation is down. Impossible coordinates. Urgent evacuation. I'm just looking for the icon so I can go and see. Hopefully it's over here and not back here. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I would really like to just drop them off and go get the others is what I'm hoping to do. But I mean, if they're over here, it's maybe a little bit better chance just because there's daytime. If it's over here, I'm worried the rover's going to run out of battery before we reach them. But either way, I need to know their exact position.
Injured. Beacon.
This is from one of the stations. Unknown near a base. Something metallic. No, so we don't have anything there. This is the Farhad control tower, which is this icon, but it's not the right thing yet.
Malfunction. Navigation malfunction. Impossible. Coordinate. Emergency.
What I'm hoping here is that if I don't progress this dialogue, it'll just stay. Because that happens sometimes. If I don't progress this dialogue, I get extra time to save them, maybe. So rescue operation. Rescue capsules are damaged and the station is rapidly heading towards the moon. You must hurry and pick up the passengers while they're still safe. It doesn't say I have to go get the second one yet. Okay? I know I'm kind of gaming that a little bit, but come on now. We're going to get this. Okay? So I'm going to say that I'm definitely going to say we need more beds. That has to happen. So, because we have 6 people. So I'm going to go ahead and build 7, I suppose. I don't know how many people are in the second pod, so probably need to build even more. I need 4 aluminum for each bed. And this is now pumping aluminum out. Oh, good. Excellent. Okay, so now the next thing is we need to make the aluminum, and where's that going to happen? Well, if I'm going to have my fuel operation over here, which is where I was going to use this water and get that fuel operation going, then I kind of wanted this all cleared out. So technically, I do need more diggers, don't I? I need them to be about here. Yeah, probably about here is good. Clear this area out. And then we'll go get more digging. Like that. Okay. Yep. Rescue. Repair. Yeah, so this doesn't have another rescue mission on the quest log. So if I don't click that, then I get extra time. I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm sorry if that's gimmicky. It is, I admit, but I want to rescue them both. Damn it. Okay, everything's kind of flowing through here really well. Titanium is gonna build up here in a second if I don't get on that. These things are done processing, so I can now tear these down. They don't need to be here anymore. We can also probably get rid of a lot of the poles, but we'll leave the poles for now because they're not in the way. And they could come in handy for something, so we'll just leave them for now. Get that stuff torn down, and then over here we want to process the titanium. So we're gonna set up our smelting furnaces. I have only 5 CPU left. Let's start with 3 of these, I guess. We'll have this processed, let's say over here, right next to where this thing is. So we'll say it processes. If we process it on this side and move this way, it would be okay still, though, right? It would be a little bit easier to progress towards this, though, I think. So maybe we'll do that. We'll say, I'm being indecisive again, aren't I? Sure am. Let's just make a decision and do it. So we'll say that the titanium comes around and it gets processed by the machines, which are sitting right over here. 1, 2, 3, at least 4 of them for now. And this is going to come this way and around like that. All right, I did it. I made a decision. That's where they're going to be. Of course, that decision's not final, and I can still change it. Power going this way. We want it to be hooked up to here, I guess, for now. And then we're going to want another one as we expand and get more, right? So we'll want to go there with it, I guess. So we'll have another one there. And then this will go 1, 2. Leave that open for expansion. 3, 4. Okay. I think I'm happy with it. Let's go ahead and commit. Decision is made. Next, we need a place to store le titanium. You know, buffer for storage here. So I'm thinking we go up, maybe up a little bit. How about here? It's a decent buffer for storage. I'm gonna leave a little bit of a gap so I can always route things between it if I need to, but I think that's pretty good for now. Route that there, put you there, put you there, put you there. All right, buffer storage there for titanium. There it is. And we're set up for it. So now the titanium will run itself over here. And that way this doesn't get full, which it never was, but it was going to get full if this got full, and that was getting pretty full. So, okay, everything is running pretty good. I think now we're starting to make more rare earths. I just need to get rare earths into storage. I think I'm going to take and have the buffer storage for that be located here, but now I don't have enough room. Yeah, so it's going to have to be closer. It's going to have to be, let's say, here. So the buffer storage for this comes from here and goes to there. Now, how does the slag get over to this side? Well, a little bit of spaghettification, but I think I have more room to do this if I move this just a little bit back. So let's, before we commit to that, let's move it a little bit further back. So we'll take the storage and just go, I think 1, 2 is fine. I just need to have room to start doing underground belts through here. So let's go like that. It means I can spend less on the belt right now too. You are going to be where rare earths are stored. Okay, excellent. How are we doing over here? We don't have the aluminum just yet though, right? Where's my resources? So we have 51. 51 is enough. Build these beds. 6 beds. 6 beds. They're coming. Where are they at right now? Oh, see, this is the problem. This thing just died because this landing happened at night. It's gonna be hard to find them right now, right? That's my main issue. It's in the middle of the night. I don't want the batteries to die when I go rescue them, okay? So, where are they going to be? Is there an unidentified signal somewhere that we can see? And how much time are they going to give us? You know, that's the other thing I don't know. How much time are they going to give me? Okay, well, it's fair, all right? It's only fair. We'll just do it the way it is. Click it.
The message is recorded. We don't know how long the crew has been on the moon. How do we locate them without an emergency signal?
Yeah, that.
I keep updating the data, but so far, nothing. Professor, do you have anything?
Yes, we have the seismograph data. I've marked the impact zone on your map, Director. But it's a large area, so...
Okay, where is it, though? Impact zone. Oh, right there. Crash site. Seismograph data for the crash site right there. Okay, this goes that way. Go investigate this as soon as you can. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going that way as soon as you can.
We'll have to use the rover scanner once again.
This thing has full battery. Okay, maybe this... I guess this thing doesn't die. We have 17 days. 7.5 of those are going to be spent in the darkness. So I have 9 days to get the rover over there once it's charged.
Delivered.
That's rough. Okay, we're going to drop these guys off, and then we're going to send the rover over that way. And then we have enough beds for them now, which is great. I don't know how many more of them there are in the second pod, but we have enough beds for at least the ones that are here, and there's a lot of food. They're bringing with them 300 something food, so that's a lot. Let's go ahead and get... Where is it? Storage, I think, actually. Yeah, it's a vending machine. Let's go ahead and get another one of these. And we're going to say this stores food as well. And then I think we'll get one of these general storages just sitting over here. I don't know if I don't particularly like that, but we're going to get one over here. That way they can at least have, you know, something else they can put there. It's fine.